নমস্কাৰ আজি আপোনালোকৰ বাবে ইণ্ডিয়ান পলিটিৰ সেকেন্ড আৰু থাৰ্ড চেপ্টাৰ মেকিং অফ দ্য কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন আৰু চেলিয়েণ্ট ফিচাৰ্ছ অফ দ্য কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন এই দুয়োটা চেপ্টাৰৰ পৰা ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট MCQ সমূহ লৈ আহিছোঁ আমি প্ৰশ্নবোৰ চাই লওঁ ফাৰ্ষ্ট কুৱেশ্যনটো চাওক হু ৱাজ দ্য ফাৰ্ষ্ট ইণ্ডিয়ান টু পুট ফৰৱাৰ্ড দ্য আইডিয়া অফ কনষ্টিটুৱেণ্ট এছেম্বলি ইয়াৰ আনচাৰ হ'ব MN ৰয় কুৱেশ্যন নম্বৰ 2 when did constituent assembly constituted ইয়াৰ আনচাৰটো হ'ব November 1946 question number 3 who was the president of constituent assembly কোন আছিল president Dr. Rajendra Prasad question number 4 ইয়াৰ হৈছে when did Jawaharlal Nehru moved objective resolution ইয়াৰ আনচাৰটো হ'ব December 13 1946 next so question number 5 ইয়াৰ হৈছে when did national flag of India adopted ইয়াৰ আনচাৰটো হ'ব July 22 1947 next question number 6 ইয়াত হৈছে when did national anthem of India adopted ইয়াৰ আনসাৰটো হ'ব January 24 1950 next our question number 7 ইয়াত হৈছে when did national song of India adopted ইয়াৰ আনসাৰ হ'ব January 24 1950 next question number 8 who was the first president of India এটো হ'ব Dr. Rajendra Prasad next question number 9 ইয়াত হৈছে when did drafting committee of constituent assembly formed drafting committee ketia formed hoisile August 29 1947 question number 10 who was the chairman of drafting committee kun asile Dr. B.R. Ambedkar te asile drafting committee chairman question number 11 when did constitution of India adopted ketia adopt kora hoisile November 26 1949 aru question 12 who is known as the father of constitution of India কাক কোৱা হয় ফাদাৰ অফ কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন অফ ইণ্ডিয়া ডক্টৰ B.R. আম্বেদকাৰ তেওঁ কোৱা হয় ফাদাৰ অফ কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন অফ ইণ্ডিয়া নেক্সট অফ কুৱেশ্যন নম্বৰ 13 হু ইজ অলছ' নোন এজ দ্য মডাৰ্ণ মানুহ বুলি কাক কোৱা হয় ডক্টৰ B.R. আম্বেদকাৰক নেক্সট কুৱেশ্যন নম্বৰ 14 when did constitution of India came into force কেতিয়া হৈছিলে January 26 1949 next question number 15 why 26 January was chosen as the date of commencement of constitution kyo on this day in 1930 Purna Swaraj Day was celebrated hebabe 26 January dintoe date of commencement of constitution hisabe dhora hoisile next question 16 what was the symbol of the constituent assembly your answer hobo elephant next question number 17 yeto yar dise who was the calligrapher of the Indian constitution kun hoy Prem Behari Narayan Raizada তেওঁ আছিল calligrapher of Indian constitution question number 18 which amendment act is also known as mini constitution কোনটো amendment ক জনা যায় 42nd amendment act of 1976 জনা যায় mini constitution হিচাপে কিয়নো 42nd amendment ত বহুতখিনি changes অনা হৈছিল next question number 19 constitution of which country is the lengthiest written constitution of the world কোনখন হৈছে আটাইতকৈ দীঘলীয়া লিখিত কনষ্টিটিউচন হৈছে ভাৰতৰ কনষ্টিটিউচনখন কনষ্টিটিউচন অফ ইণ্ডিয়া next question number 20 ইয়াৰ হৈছে original constitution contained how many articles and schedules কেটা আছিল original constitution 395 টা article আৰু 8 টা schedule আছিল আৰু next question number 21 one example of rigid constitution is one example ki hobo rigid constitution American constitution khonok rigid constitution hisabe jana jay next one example of flexible constitution example hoise British constitution next question number 23 written constitution is a feature of which type of government ki type of government hoy federal system of government or eta feature hoise written constitution next question 24 integrated judiciary is a feature of which type of government etu hobo unitary or non federal system of government next question number 25 yes so what is Westminster model of government কাক কোৱা হয় এটো parliamentary system of government of Westminster model of government বুলিও জনা যায় question 26 dissolution of lower house is a feature of which type of government কি type of government হয় এটো parliamentary system of government of lower house dissolve হয় next question 27 in which year voting age was reduced to 18 years from 21 years কেতিয়া কৰা হৈছিল 1989 by 61st amendment act of 1988 ইয়াৰ দ্বাৰা voting age 21 বছৰৰ পৰা 18 বছৰলৈ হ্ৰাস কৰা হৈছিল next question 28 ইয়াত সুধিছে under which condition federal structure of Indian constitution converts into unitary one without a formal amendment of the constitution কেতিয়া হয় during an emergency. Next so question number 29 ইয়াত সুধিছে which amendment act gave constitutional recognition to panchayats কোনটো হয় 73rd amendment act of 1992. Next question 30 Question 30 ইয়াত সুধিছে which amendment act gave constitutional recognition to municipalities ইয়াৰ answer হ'ব 74th amendment act of 1992. Question number 31 present constitution contains how many schedules কেটা আছে বৰ্তমান schedule 12. Name of states union territories and their territorial extent are described in which schedule of Indian constitution ইয়াৰ answer হ'ব first schedule ওতে এবোৰ আছে. Next question চাওক 33 Which schedule of Indian constitution contains provisions relating to emoluments, allowances, privileges of President of India? Answer hobo second schedule. Next question 34. Yaha sudhise which schedule of Indian constitution contains forms of oaths or affirmation for members of parliament? Answer hobo third schedule. Question 35. Yaha sudhise allocation of seats in the Rajya Sabha to the states and the union territories are mentioned in which schedule of Indian constitution? Your answer hobo fourth schedule. Next question 36. Yaha is administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes are mentioned in which schedule of Indian constitution? Your answer hobo fifth schedule. Next question 37. Yaha is which schedule of Indian constitution have the provisions of administration of tribal areas in the states of Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura? Answer hobo sixth schedule. Next question 38. Division of powers between union and states are described in which schedule of Indian constitution? Answer hobo seventh schedule. 39. Yaha is which schedule of Indian constitution contains languages recognized by the constitution? Yet 8th schedule ase. At present how many languages are recognized by the Indian constitution? বৰ্তমান কেটা আছে 22টা কিন্তু যেতিয়া 8th schedule অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত কৰা হৈছিল তেতিয়া কেটা আছিল 14টা ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ আছিল 14 তাৰ পাছত ফাৰ্ডাৰ এমেন্ডমেন্ট কৰি আৰু 22টা মানে এতিয়া বৰ্তমান 22টা ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ আছেগে. নেক্সট সব কোৱেশ্চন 41 Yaha is in which year Boro, Dongri, Maithili and Santhali languages were added in the Constitution of India? Ketia kora hoisile in 2003 aru by 92nd Amendment Act. By 92nd Amendment Act or dara ei sarita language H schedule antorbhukto kora hoisile. Question 42. Yaha is which schedule of Indian Constitution have the acts and regulations of the state legislature dealing with land reforms? Land reform or logot joito হৈছে 9th schedule. Land reform or logot joito হৈছে 9th schedule. Next hoibo question 43. Question 43. Yaha is which schedule of Indian constitution have the provisions relating to disqualification of the members of the parliament and state legislature on the ground of defection? Yar hobo answer 10th schedule. Question 44. Yaha is in which year anti-defection law was added? Anti-defection law in 1985 by 52nd Amendment Act. 52nd Amendment Act or darai anti-defection law to ana hoisile. Question next so question 45. Yaha is which schedule of Indian constitution have the provisions relating to panchayats? Kuntu hoy 11th schedule. Question 46. Which schedule of Indian constitution have the provisions relating to municipalities? Itu hoy 12th schedule. তাৰপাছত what is the source of emergency provisions in Indian constitution? এতিয়া সক ইন্ডিয়ান কনস্টিটিউশনত বহুতবোৰ ফিচাৰ্স আছে যোনবোৰ বহুত বিভিন্ন দেশৰ কনস্টিটিউশনৰ পৰা যোনবোৰ বড় কৰা হৈছিল হেকিটা প্ৰশ্ন ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হয় আৰু এটো হে কাৰণে তেনেকুৱা এমাৰ্জেন্সি মানে কোনবোৰ প্ৰভিজন কোন কনস্টিটিউশনৰ পৰা বড় কৰা হৈছিল আমি হে তেনেকুৱা কোৱেশ্চন কিটা চাই লওঁ হক ইয়াত হৈছে যে এমাৰ্জেন্সি প্ৰভিজনটো ক'ৰ পৰা লোৱা হৈছিল এমাৰ্জেন্সি প্ৰভিজনটো গভৰ্নমেন্ট অফ ইণ্ডিয়া এক্ট অফ 1935 তাৰ পৰা এমাৰ্জেন্সি প্ৰভিজনটো লোৱা হৈছিল Next, the feature of single citizenship is borrowed from which constitution? Korpa hoisile to British Constitution of single citizenship of provision to loa hoisile. Next question 49. Here it is the feature of parliamentary system of government is borrowed from parliamentary system of government British Constitution of loa hoisile. Question 50. Here it is that the feature of impeachment of president is borrowed from. Ito US Constitution of loa hoisile. 51 ইয়াত সুধিছে নমিনেশ্যন অফ মেম্বাৰ্ছ টু ৰাজ্যসভা ইজ বৰড ফ্ৰম হুইচ কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন এইটো আইৰিছ কনষ্টিটিউশ্যনৰ পৰা লোৱা হৈছিলে নেক্সট ইয়াত চাওক দ্য ফিচাৰ অফ ফেডাৰেশ্যন উইথ এ ষ্ট্ৰং চেণ্টাৰ ইজ বৰড ফ্ৰম হুইচ কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন এইটো হ'ব কানাডিয়ান কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন নেক্সট কুৱেশ্যন নম্বৰ 53 ইয়াত সুধিছে the feature of joint sitting of two houses of parliament is borrowed from which constitution? It is joint sitting of two houses of parliament hetu amar Australian constitution pa borrow kora hoisile. Next question 54 yat hudise the feature of suspension of fundamental rights during emergency is borrowed from which constitution? Etu hoy Weimar constitution of Germany. Etu Germany constitution pa etu borrow kora hoisile je emergency homoyot kisuman fundamental rights amar suspension hobo. The next question 55 yat hudise the feature of fundamental rights is borrowed from which constitution? Fundamental rights bur amar US constitution pa lua hoisile. Next question 56 yat hudise the feature of fundamental duties is borrowed from which constitution? Fundamental duties bur USSR constitution pa lua hoisile. Next ahibo question number 57 yat hudise the feature of directive principles of state policy are borrowed from which constitution? It hobo Irish constitution pa lua hoisile. Next question 58 this is the ideals of liberty, equality and fraternity in the preamble are borrowed from which constitution? It hoy French constitution pa lua hoisile. 59 yat this is the procedure for amendment of the constitution is borrowed from which constitution? It hogol South African constitution pa amar amendment or constitution amendment or junbur procedure asile hepur olop South African constitution pa lua hoisile. Question 60 yat this is the which amendment act gave constitutional status and protection to cooperative society? Cooperative society juntu constitution status dia hoisile hetu 97th constitutional amendment act of 2011 yar dara cooperative society homuh constitutional status dia hoisile. Ajile imane ami next video homuhot aru apnalokor babe MCQ loi ahim chapter wise. Dhonnobad.